So my name is Raj. Do you want my full name? Yeah. Okay. So my name is Raj LTU, and I'm an MA student here at Leeds Trinity University. I have had a long career in digital marketing, and the job itself was taking me into a direction that I didn't want to go, which was less of the creative stuff and more of heavy data analytics. And yeah, as well as being an MA student, I'm a single mum with 2 young kids, and the job itself was getting quite challenging. So call it a midlife crisis, I don't know, but I decided to pivot and go back to embracing the creative side of it. And because I'd done the analytics quite a lot of it over the last few years, I felt like I was out of the loop, and I kind of was left behind a little bit. So I thought, what best way to learn is, well, we'll go back to uni. Go back to uni, you know, mix with young people, vibrant people who are keen to learn. So being a journalism student and being a mum, because being a single mum and a full-time single mum, it adds to the challenge because you don't have that extra support to just say, you know, I'm going to leave the kids at home, and then, you know, when they're not at school or at the weekend, if I want to go on location somewhere, I'm taking the kids with me because there's no co-parent. But generally, it is quite challenging being a full-time mum and doing a full-time MA, because a full-time MA is like a full-time job. Being a full-time mum is a full-time job. So doing both at the same time is, you've got to be super organised, but it can be quite stressful, but it is manageable. I love the MA, I love the modules and the subjects, so that kind of helps. So Journalism Media Week is such a big week for the university and for us as MA students. It's a great opportunity for us to meet with like industry professionals, listen to what they have to say. I'm going to be covering 2 sessions. First one is with Rowley SFX, which is Rowley Special Effects. They're a small family-based company here in Leeds, and they do special effects for TV and film. I've looked at the website, they look amazing. They've worked on productions like Peaky Blinders, and I'm hoping it's going to be an explosive demonstration. Whatever's good for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Whenever you're ready. I'm ready. I'm always ready. I was born ready. So this week I've spent most of the week in sessions watching the different guests, and on Tuesday I was actually covering a session with Rowley Special Effects. They were outside on the running track doing some special effects, pyrotechnics, smoke, that kind of thing. I was tasked with taking video footage from them, reporting on anything interesting they might say, that, you know, like a little golden nugget of information that would be a good article to write. And then we did an interview outside with them, just to get a feel for who they are, and it was an assignment for us as MA students to then write up an article, put an image in there, and put like a 1 minute 30-second video in there on what we captured for that session. That was my lead session that I was doing. I also had a second session with Kathy Newman, which was yesterday. That was brilliant. She was just like a complete pro. And obviously she's a huge celebrated journalist, so it was just a privilege to be able to listen to her and be able to ask her a question. I think it's been a really varied week with the content as well, with the different speakers. We've had video special effects, we've had special effects, we've had podcasters, broadcasters. There was a freelance radio journalist, Johnny, who I think said, 90% of that auditorium, possibly even more, were thinking about being an imposter, getting imposter syndrome, being scared and just being really nervous, like, am I doing the right thing? You know, every day it's a bit like every week it's like a roller coaster, like, what am I doing here? Should I be here? Especially for me. And then listening to him kind of validate that
for everyone was really refreshing, because it kind of made you think, oh, phew, I'm not the only one who feels like that. There's actually people who've been doing this for 10 years who still are nervous and scared. And he kind of said, in a really good way, like, you know, you need to be scared because that shows you that this is what you should be doing. I could have just taken a year out and sat at home and watched Netflix and done the housework and, you know, just, but I don't think it's my personality. I just wanted to do something. Coming back to uni has given me that kind of spark and mojo and inspiration to do that, where before I'd come to do my MA, I was just like, oh, I'm bored, what do I do? I'll see what's going on Insta. And it's such a waste of life and time. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm really grateful that I'm in a position to be able to do this. It's a massive challenge and juggling act doing it as a single parent on my own. But at the same time, do I feel proud? I think I do feel proud of myself. For the first time in a long time, I do feel quite proud of myself for doing this and showing the kids as well that, you know, you can do whatever you want.